Hello from the West Midlands, a 23-degree heat day. I am sitting here sweltering, but I am determined to film this video for you. So welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Belle Bourne. If we haven't met already, I'm a skin clinic owner and skincare enthusiast based here in the UK, and I upload weekly videos to this channel all about skincare. And today we're focusing all on acne scarring, a really common skin concern that a lot of people suffer with, but do a lot of people understand it? And that is why I'm making this video today, because there are different types of acne scarring, and hopefully by the end of it you'll have a better understanding as to how you can effectively treat it. So if weekly skincare content sounds like your thing, then you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button below. I'd love to have you on board. So acne scarring is mainly categorised into three: pitted acne scarring, red pink acne scarring, or brown pigmented acne scarring. But the first thing that you need to do before you even start to consider any treatments for acne scarring is decide whether you have your acne under control, because remember, the reason why you've had acne scarring is because of breakouts and acne prone skin. If you don't have your acne under control, then you're just going to be in a vicious cycle, because your breakouts are going to be causing inflammation, they're going to be scarring the skin, and over and over again. This is one of the first things that I always look for when I'm doing an initial fact find within a consultation appointment. And it's almost one of those penny drop moments where a lot of clients go, that makes perfect sense. So I hope that's helped you too, because treating acne is an entirely different ballgame, and you definitely have to get that under control as stage one before you even tackle the scarring. But for the purpose of this scenario, let's just pretend that there's no acne present and we're just treating the scarring. So let's run through the different types. Now, the first type, and the one that I probably most commonly treat, is pitted acne scarring. And that's characterised by a dip or a divot in the skin, and it's related a lot of the time to cystic acne. And what happens is when that cystic acne comes up from the sebaceous gland and causes the inflammation, when it actually dies down, it almost leaves a gap in the skin's layers, and the skin's layers just don't repair themselves properly. And this is when scarring occurs, because it's your body's natural way of trying to heal itself. And effectively, scarring is actually classed as mutated skin. So it's where the skin hasn't repaired itself properly, but it's almost tried to repair itself. So when treating this type of acne scarring, there really needs to be a focus on actually helping to repair those layers of the skin, restoring the lost collagen and elastin, because that's what ultimately will help to retexturize the skin and make the skin look visibly healthier and stronger. In terms of products, I would say retinoids, so retinols or a tretinoin, will massively help with the cell regeneration process. Also, things like stem cells will be a great reparative agent for the skin. Peptides will provide plumpness to the skin, and of course hydration and SPF being key too. And in terms of treatment, there really is only one go-to treatment for this type of scarring, and it's microneedling, because it just promotes such a strong collagen induction reaction, and it really does create results. However, of course, results do depend on the quality of the microneedling device that's used and the practitioner performing the treatment. So I'd always recommend, where possible, to receive microneedling with a derma pen device rather than a derma roller, and source a practitioner who you can find which goals align with yours. Now let's move on to red and brown pigmented acne scarring, and they almost fall under the same umbrella of post-inflammatory hyper-pigmentation. And what that is it's when a trauma has happened to the skin that's caused the melanocyte activity to overproduce melanin, therefore causing a discoloration on the surface of the skin. But red acne scarring and brown acne scarring are slightly different, so I'll break it down for you. Red acne scarring usually represents a dilation in the blood capillaries. So what's normally happened to produce red acne scarring is inflammation, which has caused some breakages in the epidermal layers, which has effectively allowed the blood to escape and trap in the top layer. And when treating red acne scarring, you almost need to be quite gentle with your product usage. And I'd probably say some great products you could look into would be ones that contain niacinamide, Copper oxide, of course, and SPF and hydration needs to be part of any skincare routine. And in terms of skin treatments, in my professional experience, I've found great results for red acne scarring with IPL treatment, so skin rejuvenation specifically. What that can do is that can actually help to break down hardened capillary walls to allow the blood to naturally flush back into the system. As well as this, LED light therapy can also be great lactic acid resurfacers, and again, microneedling, because it almost forces the skin into that healing response. And if you have brown, more pigmented scarring, then the first thing that you need to do is start to use a pigment suppressor, because by the brown pigmentation being visible, this is a clear representation of what's called hyper-pigmentation. And just from what I was saying before, what that means is when your melanocyte activity has effectively gone into overdrive. So you need to aim for products which inhibit the production of tyrosinase, which is an enzyme which produces pigment in the skin. As well as this, using similar products to what you would use if you have a pitted acne scarring, so retinoids, reaching for retinols, a tretinoin, peptide stem cells, they'll all be beneficial too, again, as well as hydration and SPF. And in terms of treatment options for more brown pigmented scarring, again, microneedling would be a fantastic treatment of choice. It's so good for so many different concerns, you might have guessed that by now. As well as this, chemical peels can also be fantastic for brown pigmented scarring, because what they aim to do is they aim to eradicate the stratum corneum, allowing those ingredients to really go deep into the skin to almost produce like a flower effect on the skin, so shedding from the inside out. And another absolutely amazing treatment option would be the Obagi Nuderm system, which I actually filmed a full video dedicated to it, so I will leave that link in the description box below if you would like to watch that. When treating any skin concern, it's always so important to get guidance, because you can get the right advice from the right people to help maximize your results. A lot of the time I see people come to a skin professional as almost a last resort, because they've tried to work with it on their own at home, try to find their own way, which not all the time is a bad thing, but you're just one message away from somebody who could genuinely help you, who's accredited within the right field. So never be afraid to make that first step, because there's the right people out there who will be able to help you. I hope by watching this video you have gained a better understanding of scarring. I never like to hit you with too much jargon. I just like to make it really quite clear and simple and easy to understand. So I do hope that you've taken something away from this video. Please remember, however, that even though I hope that you benefit from my educational advice, my recommendations aren't for you solely. So always make sure that you do source a practitioner, you do get the right guidance for you, and you do undergo a consultation that's all about you and about your skin, so you can get the correct advice specifically for your goal that you're trying to reach. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you have a question for me, leave it in the comments section below and I'll be sure to get back to you.